Why are you so slow at doing these things, huh? Haven't you transferred my monthly allowance into my bank account yet? Hurry up, all right? I'm having issues with paying for things. Do you really think it's okay to be self-employed these days? Because I didn't bother checking my accounts or anything, I have to pay about $1,000 more than usual. So hurry up so I can pay that back. Riley, I told you this already. You're about to get married, so you need to become more independent. I can't keep paying for your lifestyle. It's getting too much to handle. Huh? You didn't actually tell me that you were going to stop my allowance altogether, did you? You know that you can't do that to me, right? I need money to live my life. I haven't even had my wedding ceremony yet, so please just keep putting money into my bank account so I can pay for my living expenses. That's not how it works, Riley, and you should know that by now. Your fiancé is a self-employed businessman who earns a lot of money. Why not ask him for some extra cash? You were bragging about that not so long ago, right? Why can't you just ask him for some money so you can buy whatever you want? Don't you think it's a bit arrogant to ask my fiancé for an allowance when we only just got engaged? Once we have the wedding, I'll feel more comfortable. We'll be husband and wife by then, so I can ask him then for whatever I like, and I'm sure he'll give it to me. He gives in to me very easily, actually, so it should be fine. But we're still engaged right now, and he's not quite my husband yet. I can't do that to an unmarried man. That's why I'm coming to you, Mom. Just please give me some money. I don't even get why you're coming to me for this when you're not even grateful for what I give you. You call me an old hag all the time. This has been one of the only times that you've even called me Mom. I don't understand you sometimes. I don't know how you ended up so terrible when your father tried so hard to do things for you. Wow, how can you be so pedantic? I thought people like this only existed in dramas on TV. You know, as soon as I get married, you're just going to push me away. You're going to make me do everything on my own. This is crazy. You know that you could lose the only daughter you've ever had, and I'm not even related to you by blood. You're just another woman who pushes their kids away and says things like she's not my daughter, so you don't have to take responsibility anymore. First of all, I never said I would do that to you. How could you say something like that about me? You label me as such a bad person all the time, Riley. Up until now, I've been giving more living expenses to you than what you actually need every month. I get it because you still don't have to work, but still. I've been supporting you financially for a while now, and I think I've been doing a really good job of that. But there's only so much that I can do for you, Riley. Yeah, and? So what that you have? You're making quite a bit of money, so you don't have to be so stingy with your earnings, right? You're my stepmother, after all, okay? You should be financially supporting me, no questions asked. You're the one that got married knowing you'd have to look after your stepchildren. Yes, I suppose I did, but I thought you'd be a little bit more grateful for the support I give you. Of course that's why I've been providing support for you to live. I'm trying to treat you as if you were my real daughter, my real flesh and blood. A woman should be allowed to do that at least. Yeah, so I don't see what the problem is. Please, just give me my living expense payment. For the sake of your adorable daughter's survival in this cruel world. Well, the problem is your attitude at the moment. You know that I work really hard to earn that money, right? It doesn't just fall out of the sky and land on your feet. I've given up a lot of my own downtime to work and to provide as much as I can for the family and myself as well. Yes, I've heard this whole speech before, and you've earned it through doing hard work. I get it. That's why I'm glad you're giving some of it to me. I can't think of a better way to be spending the money that you earn. It's pretty good, right? You've been working a little bit up until this point, right? You know how difficult it is to make a lot of money these days. Yeah, but that's why I'm asking you for money now, all right? Look, I quit my job already, and I've left the company I worked at. Wait, what? You've quit your job already? But I thought you were going to be there for a little bit longer. Why didn't you consult me about this? Because I'm an adult now, and I don't need to consult with my stepmother every time I need to make a decision on something. I'm getting married soon, so of course it was the right thing to up and leave the company. I don't need them now anyway. I'll have my husband soon enough. My fiancé makes good money, so my future is looking very financially stable at the moment. The people around my desk were also very annoying, so I just quit. But You really can't just go and do something like that so soon. I feel like this could have been planned out a little better. I say this to you because I'm self-employed and it takes a lot to be successful. It's best to not seek stability from a self-employed position. It's unpredictable. Even though I'm making a lot of money now, I could fail and lose my business at any time. The economy could send me into a downward spiral. So maybe, for the time being, you could get a part-time job so that you're not in hot water later on. It would really help you in the long run, to be honest. Yeah, but that's the case you have to deal with. What you're saying isn't the situation I'm in. Look, my fiancé is a very smart person. He's not going to fail no matter what happens to the economy or if other outside forces change. You're being too anxious. But you don't know what happens out there. You're not living in the reality of the real world, Riley. You think that you can get away with anything and everything? Being able to earn your own money can also be your only line of defense if something bad happens. Are you really going to put all of your eggs in one basket? Okay, whatever. I don't like talking to you when you get like this. An old hag like you leaves a stink on everything they say and do. What's your problem? Are you jealous of me or something? It's time to stop and actually be aware of how old you are. Stop trying to act young. Why are you bringing my age into this when all I'm trying to do is tell you to be careful with your money? As a mother, I'm giving you solid advice. There's only one thing you should be doing right now, Marge. Send me plenty of money for my living expenses. If you'll excuse me, I need to go and get my hair and nails done at the salon now. Please just send me my money. Bye-bye now. Are you kidding me, Riley? Please just wait a minute. Riley! I won't send you any money with that kind of attitude. I am sick of you treating me like a bank.
Hey, Marge. I'm sorry to bother you, but are you still sending money to Riley? Look, there's no need to transfer money to her anymore. She's a big part of our family, but I don't think you should be spoiling her forever. She's been so ungrateful throughout her entire life. I'm so exhausted, Marge.
Oh, right. Well, that's what I thought, too. She just got in touch with me, actually. She said that she wanted me to keep giving her money until the wedding ceremony was held. Well, until then, I don't mind having to do that for my own daughter. I mean, I've been feeding her and looking after her forever, so...
I had a feeling that she got in touch with you. I was also contacted by her earlier as well. I was also told the same thing, but I also told her no. I had a feeling she was urging you to give her some money. I thought she'd be a bit more independent. I thought she wouldn't be so spoiled.
Yeah, you're right. I really thought she would be too. Well, I did decide that I would take care of her money situation until she got married, so it can't be helped.
Oh, Marge, I'm really sorry about this. I've put too much effort into giving her what she wants, and now she's acting so terribly. I've caused a lot of trouble for us now. I can't stand the way she treats me and you. It's absolutely disgusting behavior.
I know, but oh well, it's pretty much a thing of the past. A lot has happened, but we were able to overcome those things back then. Once Riley is married and everything, things should settle down and maybe we can have a bit more peace and quiet.
Yeah, I really hope so. That girl is also getting married and should be acting like an adult. She needs to stand on her own 2 feet. Let's enjoy the time we have together from now on. Things have been kind of bad up until now. I just want to relax and spend the rest of my life with you, with no troubles.
I knew what I was getting into when I married you, Alan. I know you always feel bad and apologize for what's happened, but you've got to realize that none of this is your fault, Alan. But yeah, I will say I was surprised that she was more of a problem child than I expected.
Yes, and you've done so well with trying to cope with her. I do thank you for all the help you've given me, and that you've tried to do as much as you can for her.
Yeah, however, I didn't think that she'd find a man that earns his own money. I never expected that at all. I'm wondering if he's hiding his bad behavior or something dodgy. Maybe he's on the same level as Riley. Maybe one is just as bad as the other. I mean, I could be totally making this up, but I just have a bad feeling.
Hopefully he isn't that sort of guy, but I guess only time will tell. I would be grateful to be given a son-in-law that's better than Riley.
Oh, my dear, your true feelings are really coming out now. I suppose we'll get to know him more soon enough.
I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of person he is when it comes to seeing him at the wedding ceremony. Hopefully, things go a bit more smoothly, but I feel like it won't turn out that way. It never does.
Yes, it'll be an interesting occasion for sure. But let's just keep an eye on him, shall we? Anything could happen when it comes to anyone being with Riley. Hey, Marge, you won't believe this, but my fiancé has been treating me to things all day today. I'm able to buy the things that I need for my wedding. He really is the best guy. Okay, I don't get you sometimes, Riley. What is with the attitude? Why is it only me that you're being salty to these days, huh? Well, you're not my real mother, so I feel like it's fine to treat you however I like. Especially since you're so hesitant to give me any money. You've got to be kidding me with this nonsense, Riley. You can't treat me like this. I'm still your stepmother. Your attitude is really frustrating me. Jeez, okay. Well, I was actually messaging you to tell you that you're no longer invited to the wedding ceremony. Wait, what? What did you just say? What do you mean I'm not invited? This isn't funny, Riley. This isn't the time to be making jokes. My fiancé told me to tell you that you're not blood related, so why should you be invited to the wedding? Please don't show up on my wedding day. You'll ruin everything. What are you talking about? I am your stepmother, Riley. You're just going to push me away after all the things I've done? I've always taken care of you. Yeah, well, that's all over now, Marge. After all, I'm getting married, so I'll no longer be getting money from you, right? Since I won't be getting any money, I've got no use for you anymore. Oh my God, what the heck, Riley? Just because I'm not going to give you an allowance, you think you can just cut me out of your life? I don't see the point anymore. My father also said he's going to stop giving me money, but he's my biological father, so I guess I'll keep in touch with him. I can't believe you're doing this to your own family. But fine, do what you want, Riley. I understand. I won't come to your wedding then. Good. I'm glad that we're both on the same page about this. I thought I would have trouble getting you to understand. I don't want you involved in the rest of my life. Goodbye, you old hag. Don't even think about getting in contact with me ever again. I don't plan on it. I wish you nothing but the best, Riley. I hope that things work out for you and your fiancé. Just be careful, because karma does work in some strange ways, you know. What the heck is going on around here? Do you know what's going on? It's my wedding ceremony today. You do know that, right? Yes, of course I know that. It's on my calendar. Oh, yep, today is your wedding day. But you told me I wasn't invited. That's why I did as you wished, Riley. I'm not going to show my face at your wedding. That would ruin everything, right? Please, just hang on a minute while I try and wrap my head around this. Why isn't Dad coming? Or any of the other family members? Why hasn't anyone shown up yet? I thought they said they were going to come to my wedding today. Oh, is that what you're talking about? I was getting confused for a second there. What else could I possibly be talking about? Did you actually do something to sabotage my wedding day? My family's side of the venue is the only side that has empty seats. This has become such a huge problem. What's going on? Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention this, but everyone wanted to come to your wedding today, but they chose not to in the end. They said that there was no point in going to some stranger's wedding. Well, that's what I heard them saying anyway. What the heck is that supposed to mean? How could something so bad happen right now? Wait, what do you mean a stranger's wedding? I'm talking about my own relatives here. Why would they try around and call me a stranger? It doesn't make sense. Well, the people that have been speaking this way are also my relatives, Riley. I guess to you that would be your former relatives, to be precise. But I don't understand what you're saying. You're the only one in our family that's not a relative, Marge. No, I'm married to your father. I'm very well recognized as being a part of the family. But what about you, Riley? Huh? What on earth are you talking about, you evil woman? I'm my father's real daughter. What are you even saying? Have you gone insane? Riley, it seems like you've always been acting like this so that you can embarrass your relatives. You're always mean to the people around you. When you were little, you broke your classmates' hearing aids and played with them, thinking it was funny that they couldn't hear. Apparently, it was difficult to pay back the compensation that you owed. It was a huge bill. You caused the family so much trouble. Okay, yeah, maybe I did something along those lines, but come on, I was just a kid. We all do silly things. Kids can't help that. Besides, what's that got to do with what we're talking about right now? You need to tell those family members to get down here and fill those seats. We can talk about all the issues after the ceremony is finished. This is my day, and all eyes should be on me and only me. I'm the bride, remember? Well, it seems like everyone here doesn't care about what you just said, your father included. I'm so furious to learn about your attitude and your fiancé's attitude towards my wife, Riley. You're both adults, for goodness sake. If you're cutting ties with me and treating me like a stranger, then you need to do the same for him too. You're breaking your father's heart, Riley. Wait a minute, cut off my real dad? But I couldn't do that to him, okay? Doesn't he want to take his adorable daughter's side in this? I'm going to tell you what happened. It was during the wedding rehearsal the other day. Your fiancé's attitude was so terrible. Don't you remember the fight with your father? Yeah, we had a fight, but what of it? You know that he and his family are so strict. I thought his family wouldn't accept you as my stepmother. I can't even ignore you, so it's so frustrating. You're always getting in the way of my family. Up until now, Riley, I have treated you as if you were my real daughter. Whenever you got into trouble, I gave you money. I let you live your life without any inconveniences, and yet you still treat me badly and behave like this. I'm over it. And that's something that you wanted to do out of the kindness of your own heart, isn't it, Marge? Would you just stop being so patronizing? You know that I'm not going to forgive you for giving up your money for me. Do you think I should feel sorry for you? You should have been more careful about marrying my dad. Well, I was very much aware of your father's situation when it came to you. I'm a business owner, Riley. I'm not too worried about money. I know that you always thought that you could get a lot of money out of me since I was able to become your mother, so you just used me for that. Because I was able to give you a lot of money for your living expenses each month, I suppose it was a condition so that Alan and I could get married. Yeah, that's right. So, what's your point in all of this? Even if that wasn't the case, we were still poor. I was just a girl who used her father's money. I guess it's only natural for you to hate for trying to suck my dad's bank account dry. Yeah, I definitely thought that you thought of your father as a money tree and that's it. But he and I were aware of that. Yeah, I had a feeling you were both aware. Well, to be honest, I don't give a crap about that. I guess thank you for giving me money up until now. Thank you for all the hard work you've done, Marge. I guess it wasn't all for nothing. Okay, that's it. Alan and I are tired of your attitude. That's why I'm dealing with your selfishness right to the bitter end of this. From today onwards, have your wedding ceremony and do whatever you want as a married woman. We are now severing ties with you, Riley. You know what, Marge? You've gone all crazy. If you want to cut ties with me, do it. Do whatever you like. But you can't do that until after the wedding is over. Do you really think that everything's going to go your way all the time, Riley? You know that the world doesn't work like that, right? You can't always get what you want. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You know that I get whatever I want when I want. What makes you say that to me now? Up until this point, you've been so selfish and used other people's money to get what you wanted. Even when I thought that you'd become a successful member of society, this is still how you are. I'm not surprised that your mother ran away from this mess. Wait, what do you mean? Why are you bringing up my mom? What would you know about her anyway? You'd be surprised, Riley. I know quite a bit about your mom. I'm talking about your real mom. Because of your bad behavior, I got depressed and ran off. Wait, what did you just say to me? I heard that she ran off with another man in the dead of night, never to be seen again. No? No, you're wrong. I made that up so Alan wouldn't hurt you. But I will say it was the best lie I've ever told. The real cause was your bad behavior. You made her feel so depressed, she wasn't in a good frame of mind at all when she left. Huh? But I don't understand. How could it possibly have been my fault? I was just a kid, right? Since you were a little girl, you have done nothing but hurt a lot of people. You were so evil, it cost a lot in compensation for what you did. You stabbed a neighbor. Your mother, who was also a bit of a troublemaker herself, felt responsible for your bad behavior. She got really depressed, she stopped going to work, and she abandoned her job and home. She ran as far away as she could. What? No way. That actually happened? She ran away because of me? Her only daughter? It seemed like Alan also tried to make an effort in helping you change your personality and your behavior. By that time, he realized he was too late, and this is the result we get. What the heck is that supposed to mean? Are you saying I'm a bad person? I'm not that bad, am I? Since both of you were working, you were able to make me this way. So what happened when it was only just my dad and he became really poor? Are you saying that this is all my fault? I suppose you could say that. It was very much your fault that all of this happened and why I'm here now, in this family. Once he was a married man, he had to pay for the compensation. I was there. I was able to help support him in that. You caused my husband a lot of trouble when all you had to do was behave yourself. Well, if you're a parent like that, it's only natural to do everything for your child, including wiping their own butt. If you say things like that, Riley, nothing will ever change with you. What you are will never change. All of your relatives are really disappointed in you. Especially when they found out that the one person who took good care of you wasn't invited to the wedding. I don't need an ungrateful daughter like you in my life. Okay, all right, I get it. You've made your point. Fine, then you can come along with them too. This is so embarrassing for me, okay? Didn't I tell you that the family is really strict? I'm so annoyed. They're making me do something like this. I just need them to cooperate with me just this one time. Wow, you are not making things any easier, are you? Look, you chose this man all on your own, so now it's up to you to create your own happiness. If you think everything will go your way, you're wrong. This is what has happened as a result. You have caused so much trouble for us, even though we took care of you. God, give me a break, Marge. If things continue like this, my marriage could be annulled. I don't want that to happen, so please just get over here. We can't start the ceremony like this. Everyone will start questioning me where my family is. I can't have that happening. His family will wonder what's going on. It's all your own fault, Riley. Apparently all the relatives will cut ties with you after this because I made a connection with you. I've suffered my own loss here. I don't wish for this to happen, but I've got no other choice but to do this, Riley. Don't just use people and think they won't notice what you're doing. Okay, I get it. Look, I'm sorry for what I've done up until now. Please, let's just talk about this later and just get the family to come over here right now, please. There's nothing more you can do now, Riley. Even if you cry and beg, nothing's going to change. You've taken advantage of all the people in your life, and we've had enough of it. Don't you know that you need us more than we need you now? I bet that it's hard to be abandoned by all the people in your family and then get that realization that you're just a scumbag daughter. After that whole debacle, Riley got into a fight with the groom and the ceremony hall had turned into utter chaos. Apparently, the groom's relatives were so disappointed that they decided to file the divorce for the fiancé. Some of Riley's friends said that they honestly didn't want to get involved with what happened. Apparently, this led to her being the laughingstock of the entire day, and she had become estranged to them. She was also cut off from all her relatives as well. With no one left to rely on, she reluctantly started looking for a part-time job in order to make a decent living for herself. At her former workplace, she proudly resigned from there. However, they all made fun of the unmarried woman, and so she quit her job and has never returned to her old workplace. Also, her former colleagues had heard so many rumors about her. They came to her part-time job to make fun of her, and she was so embarrassed. Riley's lived her life making fun of people and taking advantage of them. What goes around comes around, I suppose.